Thank you for joining me for another edition of Faith-Filled Friday. This is Pastor Steve from Christ Presbyterian Church in Tucson, Arizona. I pre-filmed this because I have to be away for a family funeral this weekend. Gosh, as I was preparing for it, I took a walk this morning here in our memorial garden. I love this place. It has become this incredible place of quietness, even though Broadway is a busy street and you can hear the cars roll by. I love to come out here sometimes and just sit and just be. Some folks from our church are watching over this garden with some special tender care, making it a really beautiful, beautiful place to come and be, to meditate, to think, to pray, to remember the saints from our church and our families who've passed before, who've led us in faith, who, like us, sometimes struggle in faith and sometimes trust completely. I guess welcome to the world of being home. A human, I mean. There are reminders all around us here in this garden that where we experience death, God brings life. It's amazing to see the names of people from our church and our families to make these connections to them again, to see the wonderful Christian symbol of the butterfly. Christians early on realized that when caterpillars go into their cocoon and re-emerge as a butterfly, it's about how God can change us so completely. The sun rising through the day is beautiful. I invite you to find places like this in your life. Come on over to the church. If you need a space like this, we'll unlock it for you during the day. We keep it locked so that folks don't just come in and out. Folks have a safe place to come and to be. To honor, to remember, to spend some time in the beauty of a desert garden, to think, to pray, to breathe, to catch a breath. Remember our Christian hope that God knows how to turn death into life. Here, we're surrounded by the great cloud of witnesses that Paul's letter to the Romans talks about. Here we celebrate the generations of people's faith that led them through their lives here and led them to their lives in heaven. We're always surrounded by this great cloud of witnesses. But particularly in places like this, it's great to take a moment to remember and to be. This day I invite you to give thanks for generations who've gone before you, family and friends who've passed before, who taught you how to live your life of faith. Sometimes by their successes and sometimes by their failures. Sometimes by what they did right and sometimes perhaps by what they did wrong. We can learn from each other in all sorts of ways. The one whose cross we remember is the one who taught us most clearly that in life and in death we belong to God, and nothing can separate us from God's love, and that Jesus the Christ. So this Faith-Filled Friday, take some time to give thanks for all those who've gone before us, the great cloud of witnesses that teach us how to live, how to love God and love one another. And find those places in your own life where you can spend just a few moments catching a breath, reminding yourself of what's really important in life, while all the cars rush by. Find a space where you can just take some moments to be with that great cloud of witnesses that surrounds us, and to remember that you're one too. And how you live your life is a witness to the rest of the world on how God loves us. You don't have to wait till you pass away to be a part of the great cloud of witnesses. You can do that even now. Grace and peace to you this day. I wish you a happy Faith-Filled Friday.